pressures that were on William and Harry grew so much from the dynamics of their family life.
I mean, do you feel like they're trying to make it as normal as possible in such an abnormal world? And do they like Windsor? Are they settling in nicely there?
From what I understand, they are. Of course, they're all waiting for Andrew to move out of Royal Lodge. You know, because that's where they really want to be, at the big house, and they'll end up there, I'm sure, eventually. But yeah, they're doing all they can. I mean, and again, they have to, think about George's feelings in relation to his siblings. I mean, George has all this pressure. I'm sure at the age of 10, he's well aware of what's down the road. He has these two siblings who can help him, who can ease some of the pressure and share some of the burden. By the same token, they don't want to feel sidelined. They don't want to feel invisible in his shadow. The royal family does not want another kid writing a book, another edition of Spare, because obviously Harry was very hurt by being in the shadow of his brother. So yeah, I think they're aware of that, and the family dynamic there is much healthier than it normally would be in a royal family.
How do you think George will follow in some of William's footsteps in regards to upbringing, whether it be schooling or things like that?
We already have the public schooling.
Right.
There's talk whether or not he would be in the military. It's always been required of the royal family. Now we have a situation where I'm sure Kate and William will say, you can do what you want. I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't enter the military, because it's appealing, I think, on a certain level, and they'll be surrounded by all the trappings of the military. They'll be familiar with it, and they'll probably want to do some stint. But Edward famously didn't want to do it. The big deal that he didn't. He took a lot of heat for that. I think attitudes have changed, so we'll have to wait and see. But I do think that they'll have a lot more freedom in that regard. The pressures that were on William and Harry grew so much from the dynamics of their family life. I mean, the fact that Diana was so unhappy and Charles was in love with somebody else. So I think having that removed, and assuming that the relationship between William and Kate is solid, it seems to be, it's going to make it